Oh, so now you understand for the anthem. How convenient. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Brittney Griner coming back to the WNBA and standing for the national anthem after a years-long protest. Now, before we even get into it, if you don't know who I'm talking about, this is Brittney Griner, a WNBA basketball player. Yes, she is a woman. She looks very, 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 very masculine, but she is a woman, 100%. And if she's not a woman at 6'8" and an athlete, she is not a very good male athlete, okay? At 6'8", you should be dunking, doing 360, reverse windmills, all that good stuff. But she's barely to get over the top of the rim. Why? Because at the end of the day, she is a woman. All this masculinity doesn't really mean too much, but different story, I digress. So now she is back home in the USA after being locked up in Russia. Remember, she was locked up in Russia for, I think, 9 months, right around that time, because she had brought some vape cartridges, hash oil, maybe some weed residue, I'm not really sure, some marijuana derivatives to Russia in an airplane, okay? They stopped her right there at the airport, went through her bag, found it, then she got locked up. They had sent her away to some kind of penal colony by Siberia. It was looking real bad. She was going to be the epitome, the embodiment of big rocks to little rocks. That is until she was basically traded for the Merchant of Death, the Lord of War, Victor Bout, however you pronounce his last name. When I say we, many of us that are kind of involved with politics, we think it's kind of an uneven exchange. You're talking about a basketball player for an international terrorist who they made a movie on. I mean, that's kind of an uneven trade, but nevertheless, the trade was made. Russia got their guy back. We got our basketball player back. So that's what's happening right now. And as I was saying, there was a years-long protest that she was on from standing for the national anthem. But now that has been released. She is back standing. And I called it from the beginning. I'm like, look, if you want to be a national anthem protester, you want to be a kneeler or whatever, talking about how bad the country is, well, you better stand every single time after that. I would not be surprised if she got a call from the federal government like, look, no more of the protesting, okay? We gave up a guy that was basically in Gitmo making big rocks and the little rocks to prevent you from doing the same thing over in Russia, to prevent you from rotting in the Russian penitentiary. So you better thank your lucky stars. You better thank God. You better thank Uncle Sam. You better thank Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, anybody in the federal government for your release. So ain't gonna be no more kneeling. You better be Captain America from here on out. And of course, here we have it. You see the headline right here. Brittney Griner stands for the national anthem after Russian imprisonment. Now, here's the reason. Let me get to the reason. There's a different article that has the reason and a little bit better detail. This is them quoting ESPN. That's Brittney right there in the Russian penitentiary, looking like a Simpsons character, kind of crazy. But let's get to the actual wording that she said. Now, she didn't say it in the video. If I had that, I'll play it, but there was no video, which I don't like. I want her to say these words, not just through like a statement or, through a written interview on ESPN or the Atlantic or somewhere. I want her to go on television and say this. Put on the entire Captain America outfit from head to toe, red, white, blue, stars and stripes. Put that on and say it in front of everybody, because you should be very thankful that you're home. If not for the fact you play basketball and this was kind of a political thing, you'd be over in Russia right now in Siberia, trying to not freeze to death. But anyway, here's what she said. Quote, "You have the right to protest, the right to be able to speak out, question, challenge, and do all these things. What I went through and everything, it just means a little bit more to me now. So I want to be able to stand. I was literally in a cage in Russia and could not stand the way I wanted to." You don't say. Just being able to hear my national anthem, see my flag, I definitely want to stand. Now, everybody that will not stand or come out, I totally support them 100%. That's all right as an American in this great country. I mean, I don't like people that protest, and that is their right to protest. That don't mean I gotta like it. That don't mean I gotta support it. If I'm seeing a league full of people that protest and don't like their country, hate the flag, then that makes me not want to watch. And if we're not watching, then you don't make any money. Well, the WNBA, they don't make any money anyway. They make no money, you know, and you would think that something like this, an international controversy, would spark ticket sales, but no such thing. Look at this right here. Look at the headline. Mercury coach mad at WNBA crowd for Brittney Griner's first game back. How was it not a sellout? Well, here's a news flash to the Mercury coach. I think it's the Phoenix Mercury. That's where she plays for. Nobody really watches the WNBA. I mean, they have a very, very small fan base. If not for the NBA, which is their parent company, basically, there would be no WNBA. The NBA sponsors, subsidizes, keeps the WNBA afloat. It's like a charity organization. If it's a tax write-off, I wouldn't be surprised because that's pretty much what's going on. And the reason why Brittney Griner was in Russia to begin with is because they pay more over there than they do over here because there's more of an interest overseas for female basketball players to come from America than there is in America. And that's just the reality of it. Okay, you have an international thing. A lot of news is going to cover it, but it's still not enough. They're talking about, oh, we need more marketing dollars. That'll help the WNBA. No. That's not it. Okay. The top brands of motor vehicles don't need commercials to sell their vehicles because everybody knows they're good. Do you see a Porsche commercial on TV ever? No. Now you might see a Ford or a Toyota, okay, but they don't have to convince you how good they are. It's just a matter of, hey, buy a new truck. It's time. Your lease is up. Your payment is up. That's kind of what it is. Marketing is not going to help a bad product all of a sudden become watchable and all of a sudden be on the same level as the good products. And here's a video. Can I get this queued up right quick? There we go. Here's a video of Brittney Griner being introduced. I won't have any sound, but see, that's her, BG, what they call her, Brittney Griner. And then that's her right there on the bench clapping. Okay. Now look at the crowd. Look, I mean, you see there's seats all down here, all over there. There's nobody there. This is the crypto.com arena. I think that's where the Lakers and the Clippers play, if I'm not mistaken. Nobody's there. Nobody is there. Nobody wants to watch this. There are some people there, and I think that there are more people in the audience now than there normally would be on a regular day, on a regular WNBA opener because of the controversy. But there's still nobody really there. You cannot give WNBA tickets away. And you know what the crazy part is, as I close, that people want to blame the marketing and all kind of stuff. But how about the women? Women don't really watch basketball like that. 70 to 80% of the WNBA's fan base is men. 70 to 80% of the WNBA's fan base is men. A lot of guys are basketball fanatics. They're going to go watch high school, college, pro, and then they're going to watch overseas and also the women play. That's why they make money over in Russia, is because of men, not women. Women are not interested in the WNBA. So, even a crisis like this, not enough. So that goes back to my original point. Brittney Griner should be very thankful because I don't even know how she got on the radar. Just by being a basketball player and being somewhat adjacent to popularity and fame allowed for her to come back home. If not for that, she'd still be in Siberia, in Russia, making big rocks to little rocks. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about Brittney Griner now standing for the national anthem? Did you find her explanation kind of, half-hearted, not really convincing, kind of still just not really getting the point? Do you think that she had a very good point and she had to go through that to now understand how important the U.S. is and how important it is to stand for the national anthem. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. She should be thankful, okay? What she's doing right now is what I wanted her to do. If she did anything else, if she didn't say, I'm going to stand for the anthem, if she said she was going to stand and did not stand, went out there and kneeled or something kind of crazy like that, some kind of protest, I'd be like, you know what, send you back. Not because you're not thankful, you're not grateful. But like I said, what I want her to do is get on TV and say it. Make it be a whole thing. Do an interview. CNN, MS13 DNC, Fox, wherever you want to go, do an interview about it and talk about how much you love the country. Now, I'm not asking for an apology tour. Don't get it twisted. But I don't like when people go out there, protest, and then they change their mind and don't really explain why. Nah, explain why. Say what's going on. You know, give us the whole rundown. But like I said, I'm glad she is not doing the protest anymore, because that'd just be crazy if she did. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.